Hey everybody, what is up? This is Flashstack. Welcome back to another episode of Dueling Network. Today is episode 16, and we are going to be doing Cyber Dragons. Now, if you don't know what Cyber Dragons are, either you're very new to the game, or you just don't know stuff. Cyber Dragons have been around since GX, and what they specialize in is fusion summoning. Many different monsters from the extra deck, and they also have Xyz monsters now. What the Cyber Dragons as a whole, though, they are a archetype of light attribute machine type monsters whose effects, except for Cyber Dragon, most of them have effects that make their name Cyber Dragon. So let's start. First things first, I will activate the effect of Galaxy Soldier. And then with that, I use this Galaxy Soldier's other effect to add another Galaxy Soldier from my deck to my hand. Then I'll normal summon Cyber Dragon Dre, and I'll activate his effect. So all Cyber Dragons on the field become level 5. And since Cyber Dragon's name is technically Cyber Dragon Dre's name is technically Cyber Dragon, its level becomes 5. So now we'll overlay into Cyber Dragon Nova, and then we'll overlay again into Cyber Dragon Infinity, the main monster of the deck nowadays. It's still an OCG card, but it will become TCG eventually. So now I'll have Infinity attack his monster. It's Gaga Gardna. Main phase 2, I'll activate Cyber Repair Plant, so I can add another Cyber Dragon Dre to hand. Because core, his name becomes Cyber Dragon while on the field or in the grave. Oh, there's my other Cyber Dragon. What a shame. I am my other Galaxy Soldier. However, yeah. By doing this, we're just literally stacking up all of the infinities. Having one infinity is powerful enough, but having two is absolutely monstrous. Okay. So yeah, Infinity has a lot of effect. Infinity has a lot of effects. One, once per turn, it can negate. You can detach one Xyz material to negate the activation of a monster effect, spell card, or trap card. And then also, once per turn, you can target one attack position monster on the field and equip it and attach it to it as an Xyz material. And it gains 200 attack for each Xyz material there is. No you don't. Negate the effect and destroy it. Okay, well, that was not very long, so I'm gonna stop here and save what I've recorded so far, and then I'm gonna go and ask a friend. I've learned that if I'm gonna do multiple duels, I need to save the part I record now, just so I don't have to worry about, just so I have less to worry about when it comes to um uh you know recording too much, because I still have that 15-minute cap and I have to upload it in parts. So yeah, there's a friend of mine online. I'm gonna see if I could get him to duel, and if he can, that'd be great. Okay, so I'll be right back. Okay. After watching me duel some other person, he finally agreed. So why don't we have that duel now? Yes, Senator's Winter. He shall be my opponent. Okay. Interesting hand. Of course, he knows I'm doing a Cyber Dragon deck now, so I wonder what he's going to pull out. Yes, I got the perfect card. I'll activate Galaxy Cyclone to destroy that face down card. Fiendish Chain. Special summon Cyber Dragon. Normal summon Cyber Dragon Dre. And use his effect. Oh. Okay. Well, Dre's ability is gone now. Oh, not the Nordics. Please, no. I have to check something. One sec. Okay, we don't exactly know, so we're gonna go. I couldn't find this ruling anywhere, so we're just gonna go with Dre is still it still becomes level 5. That'll be our official response. So I have my turn. That that shall be our official ruling because we have no clue. Okay, okay. So now that we got that cleared up, we can continue on with the duel. I didn't expect that I did not expect that to happen. The whole Book of Moon thing. Because if a monster's effect is activated, then Book of Moon flips it face down, the effect still goes through. But the whole problem was, if it gets flipped face down, would Cyber Dragon Dre still become level 5? Because Book of Moon technically the effect of Book of Moon resolves before the effect of Dre. I'm gonna have to unplug the mic for a second. Okay. Voice back on. Oh, no, no, no. So, yeah, Cyber Dragon returns to the hand. However, there are some bright sides to this. Well, I can stall. So, yeah, this is my stall card. Simple enough. They attack. Okay. See, I got him here because you because the thing is, he can only use the second ability once per turn. Okay, so here's where everything goes. See, it only works on monsters that are if I summon a level 5 or higher, if I special summon a level 5 or higher monster. However, I can special summon Cyber Valley and tribute it to summon Galaxy Soldier. Jade Knight doesn't want to go to the grave. Okay, there we go. So now I can special summon Cyber Valley. So I normal summon. Now I'll overlay into Cyber Dragon Nova. And then again into Cyber Dragon Infinity. Thank you. He already knew what I wanted. Battle phase, attack Alucard. Main phase 2, set and end. Boom! Moonlight Dragon is a very powerful card. However, there are ways around it. You special summon the lower level monsters, and then you tribute them to summon the higher level ones. And since this deck mainly revolves around Xyz summoning, not the fusion, nah, I'm not comfortable. I'm not comfortable. I don't like the idea of Penguin Soldier getting its effect off. I just don't. I don't. Another Synchro Summon. Black Rose. No, no, no. No, 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 no. I had no choice. I'll just normal summon Cyber Larva and end my turn. Gleipnir. Oh boy. Sorry. With Galaxy Soldier, if I had sent Galaxy Soldier to the grave instead, I could have special summoned it with. Simple. Well, he just quitted. But hey, props. Next card would have drawn would be Inferno Reckless Summon. That wouldn't help whatsoever. I could have done more, but hey. Yeah, I just had to conclude. I was running low on time, so I had to confirm with him. I had to make sure he knew that the attack of Chimeratech Fortress Dragon remained 2000 because that's its original attack. And he didn't activate Fiendish Chain until I attacked. Anyway, to the deck list. Okay, so it's time for the deck list. Now, keep in mind I did just make this today, but this wouldn't be the first time. So, yeah. Side note, I'm pretty sure Winter, I'm pretty sure he didn't quit because he thought I was gonna lose. I'm pretty sure he quit because, he thought I was over my time limit. Yeah, so I guess technically we're gonna call this one a draw, because we were roughly, our life points were about roughly even. It could have gone both ways, so yeah, neither person won or lost. Anyway, yes, you have to have 3 Cyber Dragons in this deck. If you don't have 3 Cyber Dragons, I don't know why you're doing this deck. Okay, So, 2 Cyber Dragon cores. When it's normal summon, you can add 1 Cyber Spell or Trap card from your deck to your hand. So, that would be Cyber Repair Plant, which is probably going to be your number 1 choice. Cybernetic Fusion Support. Or Cyber Network. Cyber Network's not really needed in this deck. I just put it in there because I don't know why. I don't use it, so I don't know why it's in there. I might make some alterations to the deck and make another video later. Because I already have to take a few of my decks and redo them because of the new ban list. So, expect to see updates for Black Luster Soldier, Burning Abyss, Shadal, and Masked Hero, and a few others. So yeah, you will see updates for those. Anyway, yeah. You can banish this card from your graveyard if your opponent controls monster and you control no monsters. You can banish this card from the graveyard and special summon 1 Cyber Dragon monster from your deck. You can only use 1 Cyber Dragon core effect per turn, and only once a turn this card's name becomes Cyber Dragon while on the field or in the grave. Cyber Dragon Dre. When it's normal summon, you can make all Cyber Dragons you currently control become level 5. You cannot special summon any monsters during the turn you activate this effect, except machine-type monsters. If this card is banished, you can target 1 Cyber Dragon you control. It cannot be destroyed by battle or by card effect this turn. This card's name becomes Cyber Dragon when it's on the field or in the grave. Cyber Dragon Zui. If this card attacks your opponent's monster, it gains 300 attack during in the damage step only. Once per turn, you can reveal 1 spell card in your hand. This card's name becomes Cyber Dragon until the end phase. This card's name becomes Cyber Dragon while it's in the grave. Cyber Larva. If this face-up card's targeted for an attack, take no battle damage for the rest of the turn. And when it's destroyed by battle, you can special summon another Cyber Larva from your deck. Oh, destroyed by battle and sent to the grave. Cyber Valley, this is the most versatile card in this deck, in my opinion. I mean, there are other versatile cards, but this one has the most effects. When this card is targeted for an attack by an opponent's monster, you can banish this card, draw 1 card, then end the battle phase. Or you can target 1 face-up monster you control and this card, banish both that target and this card, and draw 2 cards. Or you can target 1 card in your graveyard, banish this card and 1 card from your hand, and then place that target on top of the deck. Wait a second. Okay, sorry, I was checking something. I think I remembered using Cyber Valley differently from what the effect said, so I just checked during the video, and it wasn't when I was recording. So that's good. So I tend to forget. If you don't know me by now, or if you're just starting, then you wouldn't know, but I have ADHD, so every once in a while I will get too distracted and I won't pay attention to certain card rulings. Either if I mess up or my opponent messes up, sometimes I don't catch it, and neither does my opponent, so that's just the way it works sometimes. Anyway, yeah. Galaxy Soldier. This is a cornerstone of the deck. You send 1 other light monster from your hand to the graveyard. Special summon this card from your hand in defense position. When this card is special summoned, you can add 1 Galaxy monster from your deck to your hand. You can only use this effect of Galaxy Soldier once per turn. So yeah, you can special summon it multiple times, but you can only add another Galaxy Soldier to your hand once per turn. Jade Knight, another good card. While this card is in attack position, machine-type monsters you control with 1200 or less attack cannot be destroyed by trap effects. When this card is destroyed by battle into the graveyard, you can add 1 level 4 light machine-type monster from your deck to your hand. So that would be Dre, Zui, just Dre or Zui. But those are good enough. Proto Cyber Dragon, just 1 of them. this card's name becomes Cyber Dragon while it's on the field. There are reasons for this. The light hex sealed fusion, you can substitute this card for any one fusion material monster, but the other fusion material monsters must be correct. You contribute one fusion material monster on the field, including the you contribute fusion material monsters on the field, including this face-up card, special summon one corresponding light fusion monster from your extra deck. So yeah, and I also mentioned, I think I mentioned earlier, how fusion conscription has the light hex sealed fusion on it. So yeah. Trivia. Cyber Repair Plant. If Cyber Dragon is in your graveyard, you can activate one of these effects. If you have 3 or more Cyber Dragons in your graveyard at activation, you can activate both effects and resolve in sequence. You can only activate one Cyber Repair Plant per turn. You can either add one light machine type monster from your deck to your hand, or target one light machine type monster in your graveyard, shuffle that target into the deck. Or, as it said, if you have 3 or more Cyber Dragons in your grave, you can, you can use both effects. Now, when it says Cyber Dragons, it means monsters with the name Cyber Dragon, not like Cyber Dragon monsters such as all of these. No. It's just that most of these have effects that change their name to Cyber Dragon in the grave, so you don't really have to worry about that. Cybernetic Fusion Support. You pay half your life points once if you fusion summon a machine type fusion monster this turn. You can banish monsters from your hand or side of the field as the fusion material. Sorry, hand, graveyard, and or your side of the field as fusion materials. You can only activate this card once per turn. So yeah. That is a huge, that really helps with the fusion summoning. It really does. Because you can use monsters from your hand, side of the field, or grave. Different dimension reincarnation, you just discard one card, target one banished monster, special summon in face-up attack position, equip it with this card. When this card leaves the field, destroy the equipped monster. Fusion Conscription, usually the only card I think you can add to your hand with this is Cyber Dragon, the actual Cyber Dragon. So yeah. Fusion Gate, you banish cards instead. You don't need a polymerization or another fusion card, but you banish the monsters from your hand or side of the field instead of, sending them to the grave. Galaxy Cyclone can be activated twice. You can target one set card. When you activate it from your hand, you can target one set card spell trap card your opponent controls and destroy it. And during your main phase, except the turn that this card was sent to the graveyard, you can banish it, and then you can target one face-up spell or trap card and destroy it. Inferno Reckless Summon. When exactly one monster with 1500 or less attack is special summoned to your side of the field, while your opponent controls a face-up monster, your opponent chooses one face-up monster they control. You special summon all cards with the same name as the summoned monster from your hand, deck, and the graveyard in face-up attack position. Also, your opponent special summons, they do the same thing. But yeah, so what this does is you chain it to you can chain it to Cyber Network, Call of the Haunted, Different Dimension Reincarnation, or Cyber Dragon Nova. And the monsters you want to special summon with these effects is Proto Cyber Dragon with any of them besides Nova, or Cyber Dragon Core with all those options. Because when they're on the field, they're treated as Cyber Dragon. You can't use Nova for Proto Cyber Dragon because it's not Cyber Dragon while in the grave, and you must special summon a Cyber Dragon. But yeah, so is they both have less than 1500 attack. So when they're special summoned in the field, their name becomes Cyber Dragon, meaning you could special summon any number of Cyber Dragons from your hand, deck, or grave. And some cards, as I said, have their names changed to Cyber Dragon when in the grave, so you don't only special summon the actual Cyber Dragons, but the other ones too. So yeah, limited removal, you could just read that. Overload fusion, you just banish cards from your side of the field or graveyard to their fusion material monsters for dark machine type fusion monster. Power bond, same as polymerization, except you double the fusion summon monster's attack, and then during your end phase you take the amount of attack points it gained through Power Bond's effect, and you take that as damage during the end phase of the turn you activate this card. A bunch of other cards. And now Scrap Iron Statue, the reason why I did that was because I ran into some problems with decks like Psyframe. Scrap Iron Statue, you can negate the effects of Psyframe Overload and Psyframe Circuit and destroy them, and they could be set face down. So cards that are face up, if cards are face up already and they activate their effects, such as continuous spell or traps or field spells or pendulum cards in the pendulum zone, you can activate this to negate their effects and destroy them. So yeah, and DNA Surgery, this is used for machine type, obviously, and that helps with the summoning of Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon. Oh, damn it. Okay, sorry about that. Since I didn't literally do anything, it counted me as being inactive, so it signed me out. Anyway, yeah. I'm not going to go into the details of all these monsters because you can just read their effects and pretty much understand what you're supposed to do. But the main things you want to focus on are special summoning Cyber Dragon or Galaxy Soldier, and then like another one, or normal summoning Dre to make its level 5 so you can overlay into Nova. If you want to activate its effect, special summon Cyber Dragon Core and then activate Inferno Reckless Summon. I'd recommend you do that when you have Nova on the field. And then after you do that, if you do that, and even if you don't, then you just summon Infinity on top and it can just wreck the field. However, I did put Dark Bribe in here because Infinity's biggest weakness, if not its only weakness, is the fact that since it has an effect, which is spell speed 2, it cannot be chained to counter traps, which are spell speed 3. Anyway, yeah, those are the basics of the deck. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to click the like button and subscribe. I do this every week, every Friday, so yeah. And if you want me to do a certain deck, leave a comment below and I'll try to get to it. So yeah, until next time, this has been Flash Tech, and I'll see you all later.